Hey everyone, welcome back to Buick Outdoors. I'm Sheldon Marion, and today we have another recipe for you. But before we get to cooking, we gotta head up to the woods to find us some chickens. They get real skittish in the wind, kind of a pain in the butt. Got that one. Oh, maybe I just nicked him. Oops. I think I just nicked him on the head. What did I do to you, friend? What I did was I kind of shot him right at the base of his beak. That was enough to knock him out. Wasn't enough to kill him, but took him out real quick there. I don't know. He might be gone. Not too sure if I got him or not. That was a lot of crap to shoot through. Oh, I did get him. Shooting through all this brush and stuff. See, I was up on the road shooting through here. 17, it does not like shooting through brush. So who knows? I might even split the bullet or something crazy like that on one of these hundreds of branches, but got him anyways. Well, as you see there, guys, we were able to go out and find ourselves a couple of nice little chickens to get. If you want to see how I clean these, I'll just put a link in the description below. But now that we're home, I cleaned these up, took the wings off, and I put them into a bowl of water and chilled them in the fridge overnight. So I pulled them out of the fridge, dried them all off, took all the extra feathers and stuff. And now we just gotta knock the meat off the bones, then we can start cooking this. So to pull the meat off, you have the bone that runs down the middle here, and it comes down to a Y. So I take my knife, follow down that bone, follow that Y, and then you see it starts to open up here. And you just follow that down. Then do the other side, same thing. Follow that bone, go that Y. And there you have it. So we'll do the same thing to the next one here, and then we can move on to the next step. All right, so now that we got all of the breasts removed from the bone, we're gonna take these and we're just gonna remove the little chicken tenders here. See, chicken tenders, they're right underneath. You can pretty well pull them off with your fingers. If you can't, you can just take your knife and do just a real quick little cut on them. So here's another one. This here's your chicken tender. See how it kind of unfolds like that, and you can just peel them right off. All right, now we got all the chicken tenders removed. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take these chicken breasts and we're just gonna cut them into strips. For each one, we'll probably just cut them in half lengthwise. And there you go. So we'll do that to the rest of the chicken breast here. Now we have a whole pile of chicken ready to be breaded. All right, so now that we got all of our chicken sliced up, we're gonna start working on the breading here. So in this bowl, I just have a few eggs scrambled up. And I got, I don't know, that's about a cup of flour here. And then about a cup of just regular old panko breadcrumbs. So in the flour, what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna season the flour with simple salt and pepper. And just do it to your taste. So a little bit of salt. And a whole lot of pepper. Then once you add this in here, just kind of whisk it up with a fork or your fingers, spoon, whatever, you just gotta mix it all up. All right, now that we have our flour nice and seasoned, we're going to go ahead and season up our panko breadcrumbs. Now this, what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna put in some thyme. A little bit of oregano. Basically making like an Italian seasoning into your breadcrumbs. So if you don't have this stuff, if you have Italian seasoning, just toss that in there. Then also some basil. A little bit of smoked paprika. Don't want to overdo it on smoked paprika. It's a very, very strong flavor. So if you overdo it, you're just gonna taste the paprika and not really anything else. And then some garlic powder. Then just like the flour, grab a fork, spoon, fingers, don't really matter, just mix it all up so it's good and even. There we go. Now what you gotta do is you gotta take your chicken, put it in the flour, from the flour, put it into the egg, after the egg, put it into your breadcrumbs. So chicken strip into the flour. You just need a nice little even coat. You don't need to completely drench it. You don't need to have a bunch of clumps and stuff on there. Then from there, get this stuff out of the way. Take it, put it into our egg. Let it kind of drain off a little bit, and into the breadcrumbs. Take breadcrumbs, sprinkle it over, and there you have it. Now you have a chicken strip ready for the oil. Alright, so now that we have all of our chicken breaded up here, we can move over to the stove and we'll get our oil on the go here. So for the oil, we're just going to be using extra virgin olive oil. Some people like to use kind of peanut oil, has a higher smoke point, but for this it doesn't really matter. For the amount of oil that you need, it all depends on the size of your pan really. You just need enough to go up about halfway on the chicken. And this looks like a lot of oil, and that's probably because it is. But it's a big pan, I just want to do it all in one big go here. So we'll pretty well empty out the last of this bottle, and then we'll call that good enough. So now that we got all the oil in there, we're just going to turn this on to about a 7, and then we'll let this heat up. And if you want to do this while you're breading your chicken, it is a good time saver. But today I'm not in much of a rush, so kind of did things a little backwards, but that's all right. So once this is heated up, we'll test it by taking a little pinch of flour, and you dump that in there. When your flour bubbles and boils, then it's good enough and it's hot. All right, so now the oil has been going for a little bit here. I'm gonna take a little pinch of flour. So you put it in, bubbles up like that. She's pretty well good to go. And we're sitting at a 7, so I think what we'll do is we'll turn it down to about a 6. That way it just doesn't get kind of carried away on us. Now we have all of our chicken here. Take it in, drop her in there. You don't want to do too much all at one time, otherwise it kind of shocks the oil and it cools it down a little too much. And when you're putting stuff in hot oil, you want to put it down and lay it away from you. That way if it splashes, it doesn't splash towards you. And these won't take long at all to cook. You're looking at probably about 2 minutes per side, or until they're brown. Kind of depends on how hot your oil is really. So I'll let these cook for about 1.5 minutes here now, and then we'll check up on them. So we've been cooking on these here now for just a couple of minutes. You can see right along the edges here, they're starting to turn brown. So we can give these a little flip. And this panko breadcrumb, they crisp up really, really nice. So once we get these all flipped, we'll cook them for another couple of minutes. And then we'll take them off. And then what I have too here is just like a cookie sheet that we'll be putting them onto. So when they're not gonna be sitting in the oil and getting soggy. Alrighty, so we've been cooking on these for a couple more minutes here once we flipped them. And as you can see, they're browning up real nice. So we're just gonna take them off. We're gonna put them onto our little cookie sheet here, or cookie cooling rack. And I like using this because when you put that just straight onto paper towel, it'll sit there in that grease and it just makes them soggy. Where if you do it this way, all that extra grease falls off, collects on the plate underneath, paper towel on it, and you're left with a nice crispy chicken strip. Now we got those ones off. We have a few more here to put into the oil. So we're just gonna repeat the process here. Remember, put them in, laying them away from you. That way, say you're like this, and you accidentally drop it. See how everything went the other way, not towards me. I didn't get burnt. We're good to go. And there you go, guys. Some nice chicken strips made out of Ruffed Grouse. What we have here for dipping sauce is we just have some sweet and sour sauce. and then just good old-fashioned mayonnaise. If you think eating mayonnaise chicken strips kind of weird, that's what McChicken sauce is, and everybody likes that stuff from the old McDonald's. But Shelby the other day, she was eating some Wendy's, and she said these chicken strips are good, and I said, hey, bet you I can outdo it. So that's the reason why we're making chicken strips today. So she's gonna come over here, she's gonna give these a try. All right.
All right, let's see if you outdid the old Wendy's chicken strips here. No comparison. Ruffed Grouse is like the ultimate chicken strips there. And the crunch on these is wicked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not soggy at all. Just like perfect crispiness.
I think that's just one of the regular pieces of chicken. That one there is the actual chicken tender, so it might be even better.
Alright, we'll do mayo for this one.
A little better.
Oh yeah. That is just so juicy. I might have to steal the rest of those too. This is like the best breakfast.
Well, go ahead and eat those ones. They're still hot. Burn your tongue. Well, you guys, another recipe in the book for you. Nice little chicken strip meal here. Nice. Usually it's quick, easy, simple. Your woman likes it. Your kids will like it. I'm sure you'll like it too. So make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.